Everyday people say that they want to be successful, but what does it actually take? Today, we're going to go through 5 principles that if you master, you will be an individual who attains success. Now, let's jump into it. Now, I think we all know that success is derivative of confidence itself. However, most people don't understand that you're actually not born with it. It's something just like a muscle that you have to build up. And just like a muscle, it takes repetition. The more you do it, the more you practice it, the more you learn about it and implement, the better you will be when it comes to your confidence. The number one thing to remember about confidence is that it equals competence. So as long as you build your confidence, you will be competent in whatever you do if you get those reps in. When it comes to the practical side of confidence, all you have to keep in mind is the idea of a confidence loop. Think of the circle, and as you hit certain metrics on the circle, certain things that build your confidence, certain things that show you that you are competent, you start to build upon your confidence. You cannot be successful without confidence in general. It's one of the number one things that you need to build to be able to derive success. Number 2, opportunistic. You need to be an individual who is constantly seeking out and trying to attain opportunities. There's an interesting study that I read recently called the red car theory. And essentially it's, if you're looking to buy a red car, you will suddenly start noticing red cars everywhere. This is not because there's suddenly more red cars on the road. It's because your mind is now attuned to noticing them. Just like opportunities, this is what you have to hardwire your mind to see. There's so many opportunities everywhere, and mostly if you miss one, they usually don't come back. So you want to hit it hard and make sure that you're opportunistic in everything and anything that you do. Compounding opportunities itself is honestly a cheat code, and if you master it, you will be very successful. Number 3, an opportunistic mindset. This has to be one of, if not the most important one on this list. Because without the ability to execute, you will not be successful. Success loves speed. Just like if you're first into a market, you reap the benefits. The speed itself is leverage. And if you move strategically, you're able to derive success not only quicker than most people, and your chances of success will dramatically increase. Personally, for me, I've had issues when it comes to execution. When I was younger, around 15, 16, first getting into entrepreneurship, I focused on the knowledge side because I didn't know anything. And that's where a lot of people get stuck. I certainly did. Until one day my uncle pulled me aside and he said, Karim, if you're not taking action, you're not going to be successful at all. You have enough knowledge to be able to start taking action now, and you're going to learn more from it. And from then I started to actually execute, have that executional mindset. And honestly, it was so profound. And I suggest it to everyone, don't wait to execute. What you want to do is execute immediately. And from your failure, learn. That's where true success comes from, learning from your failure. You cannot be successful without failure. You're going to fail 90% of the time, but if you learn and grow with that, you're going to be so much successful than an individual who doesn't start. If you don't start, you'll never succeed. And that's the truth, which is why most people don't and can't be successful. But if you're in this channel, you're an individual who wants to be successful. And so you know already you need to execute. The last thing in the context of an executional mindset, don't just watch content, consume things without executing. Otherwise, you're going to lose leverage. The same leverage that you can compound into the best version of yourself, compound into wins, compound into your goals. Number 4, focus. I've already done a video on focus, but I want to rehash it. But before I jump in, if you want to have a look at the video, it's up there to the left or right or wherever I'm pointing, it's up there, right? Now let's jump in. Between social media, streaming services, and just ads in general, our focus is so split. Every day, every second, we go through about 4,000 to 10,000 ads. That itself tells you how valuable your focus is. If you're an individual who can harness your focus and direct it into your desired outcome, you're unstoppable. And honestly, it makes you so dangerous, incredibly dangerous to the marketplace, dangerous to individuals who aren't able to move forward based upon that. Because with your focus, you can direct your energy and sprint towards success in general. And just think about it, everything is competing for our focus. And the question is, why? It's because focus equals money. Attention equals money. And if they have your focus, have your attention, they can convert you. Now, imagine if you're an individual who isn't on social media, who doesn't get distracted, and you focus all your energy into building your business, building yourself up, going to the gym and becoming the best version of yourself, that in itself is not only rare, but one of the defining goals. Final thoughts. Funnel your focus and create a competitive edge against anyone else. Now, into number 5, the student mentality. Without a student mentality, you can't be successful. I've seen individuals start from absolutely nothing and get to 100K a month, $1 million a month because they have a student mentality. They show up, they hone their focus, and they go set big, ambitious goals. There's 3 things that I want to say when it comes to a student mentality. Number 1, show up. Make sure you always show up. Number 2, consume content that values your desired outcome. Number 3, invest in yourself. Make sure you're investing in yourself. You can't always find what you need on YouTube. Sometimes you have to drop money to get coached in a particular subject that will essentially derive success, or at least save you years. I've spent copious amounts of money on education, on coaching, on high ticket courses, and that's because I understand that the value from these courses are astronomical. Why? Because it saves you years. If you vet them, most important part, you're getting coached by individuals who are already successful, that are already doing what they're coaching, and that gives you such a massive competitive edge. And sometimes the first coach isn't going to do it. It's going to be the second, third, fourth, but just like anything else, you're building repetitions, and with repetitions, you attain success. And it's as simple as that. Now, that's all I have to say about when it comes to creating success. Those 5 pillars honestly define success itself. If you tick 1, great. If you tick 2, awesome. If you tick 3, 4, 5, you're dangerous and you are really going to build upon your successes. If you get anything from this video, it's to develop an executional mindset and limit the time between speed and action. As long as you're moving forward strategically, then you're able to build something that is valuable. That's not just in the context of business, that's also the context of yourself. Go out there, be bold, be brave, and remember, always pay it forward. Impact is the most important part of the journey. Make sure you're creating impact because it always comes back to you tenfold. Now that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for staying with me to the end. And I hope that you use these lessons, these teachings, these learnings to better your life. Thank you for watching.